So here we are again in continuation of the first video of week 2 on my GeniusHour project. Um, Here in this video we will be doing the other half that I did this week. I'll be showing the other half that I did this week, and pretty much for the first half of this week I've shown in the first video how I've managed to uh, transition these chords to the main chorus that I've had since the first week. And here we have our drums just placed in different patterns to add variety, to add some variation and transition to the main chorus of the song. Um, so just hide this for now and let's talk about what I've done for the second half. So for the second half, we have done quite a bit here as well. Um, I've added some snaps. I've added raindrops. I've added an ambient of rain. Just to have that rain sound in the background. Sounds really calm. And I've added some automations, and I'll get to those in a bit. So for this week, I wanted to find an instrument that would fit perfectly into this beat, but that would include maybe a saxophone or a harp or some jazz instruments, but I couldn't find one that would um, fit into this perfectly, not yet. And so instead, I've worked on uh, extra sounds to make the beat more interesting and uh, dynamic. So what I've done here is added some snaps to have some of a, a paste feel. Um, Here in the beginning, I've timed my snaps myself by uh, real time clicking my keys, pressing my keys to record the sound onto um, the playlist here. So what I've done here is find a snap sound from our library, and here we have our snap sound. Here's how it sounds. And so all I had to do was just press a key, and it will hit a C5 key note on the snap, which is the default. And what I've done is instead of hitting these patterns manually, it it doesn't sound as natural as if I would press it real time on the keyboard. And so that's what I did. All I had to do was turn this on to record the keys, and turn the recording, and click on notes and automation. This would after I hit record, it would set up the metronome, and it would uh, have me start pressing the key to activate this note in real time and how I want it. After that, I just added uh, another pattern where I actually use the channel racks patterns here. I believe I had it like every one two every six, like that. And after that, I wanted to add some rain. Um, I wanted some I wanted to hear some droplets in the beat. And so how I got this raindrop sound, um, here, settings, here's how it sounds. Oops. Make sure that this is on main. So this is how it sounds. Turn it a bit higher. And I've done that actually with my own mouth. I am able to make a water drop sound by like whistling with my mouth, some weird way, but I learned online. And I've just recorded that as well, along with the snaps in the beginning. And it sounds, I'll show you how it sounds in the end. Sounds, uh, sounds decent. And then after that, I wanted to add just an overall ambience of rain. I've got this ambience of rain from a website. I downloaded it. I'll be linking that on the blog. All I have to do is download it, MP3 file, and then drag it onto the playlist. And then what I've done here was I've also learned how to cut samples. So this was a sample that I downloaded, of course, um, just a random sample on YouTube. And I went here with the cut tool, and I would cut these into bits to where because the sound of the rain would kind of die off throughout the video, and it was about 2 minute video, and this whole track so far is about 2 minutes. So then I would just cut out the parts where it had a strong and pretty noticeable sound of rain, and copy and paste it throughout the song, throughout the beat. So I just cut it out like this and then copy and paste. But I already had that in order. And now next is the automation. So for this automation, it goes along with the piano. Actually, uh, you should hear the sound of these raindrops and rain first. Let's play that. Very simple, calm. What I've done to make at first it was pretty loud. So what I've done was I went into channel settings, bumped the ins and outs. This basically is the quick fade in as um, labeled top left corner, and it fades out. Adjusted the volume. Same for the water drop. It was a bit too loud. Go channel settings, adjust the in and out, adjust the volume, and same with the snap. So now for the parametric EQ2 mix level on the playlist here in the beginning, what I've done was I've wanted again from the last video I had that old telephone effect on this specific uh, chords right here, and links with the FO key too. So it links with both pianos, and what I've done here is um, again, here's the old telephone effect from the Fruity Parametric EQ built in FL Studio itself. What I've done was right clicked on this. I've created an automation clip, and I've learned how to set this to fade out of the old telephone effect. So in the beginning it starts out strong at 100% value of the effect. Then it kind of reduces and um, dies down as it reaches the normal state of what it sounded like in the beginning. Then all I've done for the second automation was went in on the whole master sound. So the overall volume, the whole song, um, have it pretty low. Then what I've done was right clicked on this. I would create another automation clip, place it down here, and this is the main uh, volume line at 100% of how overall the whole song um, is. And I wanted to really work on the introduction, as you can see from the last video I've done, um, and I faded in from around a bit low but not too low, and went up a little bit. Maybe lower that down a bit. There you go. And throughout the song, I'll probably work on that throughout the end, but that's what I have so far. And all together, this is how it sounds. And so yeah, that's how it sounds for the second week. I plan on finally adding more instruments next week. I'll be really focused on that, and I'll probably make more, add some extra sounds and maybe quotes. I'm planning on adding quotes from uh, popular anime movies to add in the beginning, make it to have it that modern lo-fi sound.